Hi everyone, welcome to BIM Guru. In this particular video, we'll discuss about shared parameters in Revit, what shared parameters are, how we can use them, and how we can create them as well. So, first of all, let's complete the theoretical portion of shared parameters, and then we'll jump on to the practical scenarios of the shared parameters as well. So, shared parameters are the parameters which we can use for the Revit families as well the Revit project. Additionally, the Revit file, or sorry, not the Revit file, the file for the shared parameters, which will contain all the parameters, shared parameters, that will be the text file. And it will not be directly dependent on a specific project. It means the same shared parameter file we can use for multiple projects. On top of that one, the shared parameter file can be used for the Revit families as well, the entire Revit project. And additionally, we can use the shared parameters for the elements to tagging as well while creating the schedules. So the main advantage of creation of the shared parameters are basically that we can tag them on the layout. Additionally, we can use the same shared parameters for creation of the schedule as well. So now let's start the practical things of shared parameters, how we can create them and how we can use them as well. So for creation of the shared parameters, at the first place, I'll go in manage tab right here. And after than that, we'll go right here at the shared parameter. You can see the symbol. I'll click on that one. This kind of dialog box will be opened. Right here at the top side, you can see the shared parameter file location. So if you are having the shared parameter file, it will be shown right there, the location. I can browse the file as well. My system is not going well right now, but let's wait. I'll go for browse, or we can go for create. Yeah. So right here, if you'll see, this is my shared parameter file. But for this particular session, we'll create a new one. So I'll click on create and I can give any name. So right now, let me give a name like, for example, BIM Guru, probably. Click on OK. I can save at my local drive or on ACC platform as well. It does not matter where you are keeping it, but I would suggest if you are working on ACC platform, keep it on ACC as well. Now, the second step, we need to create the parameter groups, right? So, for example, let me create a group from right here. Click on new, and the group name right now I'm giving is let me go for duct parameters, and inside duct parameters, let me create a new parameter from right here. I'll click on the parameter, and let me give as duct. What I would say, for example, okay, I was just thinking what we can provide. Like, let me go for serving room for duct, in which that particular duct is serving the air, or what we can say supplying the air. So let me go like that way, serving room, and I'm going for the data type will be text, right? I'll click on OK. The parameter is added, but not inside the project. I just created a shared parameter only. I'll click on OK. Now, right here at the top of that one, I can see the project parameters are right here. I'll click on that one. Now, right here, because I have to add that parameter. So I'll click on new parameter right here and click on shared parameter. Next. And this is my parameter that I added. If you are having multiple groups, you can drop it down from right here. You can select which group, under which group you are having your parameter. So right now I'm having only duct parameters group right here, and inside that one only one parameter. So I'll click on that one. I can add it, what we can say, the parameter name right here itself. But after than that, sorry, not the parameter name, the group name I'm talking about. But what we can say, you cannot rename your parameter name. Additionally, you cannot change any kind of settings if you are inserting that one inside the project. So please make sure if your parameter name is wrong, you are only having one option to delete that parameter and create a new parameter from scratch. Okay. So right now I'm not editing something. I'll just add this particular parameter only. Click on OK. Now right here you can see the what we can say the parameter name is shown right here. The discipline that we already selected while creating the share parameter and the data type as well. What we can change is the group under which I can see right here in my property. So right now I'm going with the text only so that I can see in the text option right here my parameter name. I'm going for instance parameter and I'm going for duct categories. So let me go for example, ducts, duct lining, duct insulation, fitting, duct accessory like that way for these categories. Now my parameter is shown right here in project parameters. I'll click on OK. So let's wait for a couple of seconds. Now if I'll click on my duct element right here in the properties, I'll be able to see my parameter. You can see text serving room shown right there. Now, for example, this is measure and dining, right? So I'll fill the same parameter value right here as well for this particular duct. So I'm filling the same parameter for a single duct. Yeah, I filled it. So now let me tag it, and I just want to mention the tag with what we can say serving room. Okay, so let me put my tag right here, and right now it's showing this the die of this particular round duct, but I wanted to add my what we can say that parameter as well, serving room parameter. So for that one, I'll click on the tag, click on edit family. I can duplicate this particular tag as well, but right now I'm just editing inside this one only so that you can see the difference. Let me go inside the family. Yeah, it's right here. So I'll click on the label, click on edit label, and then I'll remove the size and I'll add that what we can say serving room parameter. Right now I cannot see that serving room parameter because right now we are inside the family, right? So I'll add the same parameter. I'll click on this new parameter icon, shared parameter, select. This is my parameter. Click on OK. Click on OK, and I'll add this one. Click on OK. Now, if you want to add your size as well, what I can do is that I'll click on edit level again. I'll add size as well, and I'll break this one so that my first line item will be serving room, and the below line item will be my size of the service. Now I'll load into the project, the same tag family, or I can rename that one as well. It matters how I want to show. Okay. So let's wait for a couple of seconds and then we'll see the difference right here. So you can see now it is showing the serving room at the top and the size at the bottom. Additionally, if I'll create the schedule, so right here in the schedules and quantities, right click, new schedule, and I'll go for example, duct schedule. Okay, so I'll click on ducts. Okay, and the parameters that I'll be choosing, definitely you can choose based on your requirement. So let me go for system type as the first, please. And then serving room and then size I'll select, and then the count if you want whatsoever the parameters you need, but I just wanted the serving room right here. And the filter, okay, I'm not applying the filter, but right now I just filled that parameter for only a single duct, right? So in all the ducts only one duct will be shown as the serving room parameter. Let me see where it is. You can see all the empty rows are right here. Okay, I think it's right here. The another way of filtering this one out, so you can click on filter, go right here and filter serving room equals to whatever you have filled. So right now measure and dining. So now you can see it's right here. That is how you can select. So if I'll click on this one and go in the layout, my duct will be highlighted. So you can see this duct is highlighted. So that is how what we can say the shared parameters works for Revit project. And additionally, we have added the same one for the Revit family as well. for the tagging part. The same parameter you can add for, for example, for air terminals if you want to add the same one. So let me go inside the air terminal Revit family. Let me select that one. Oh, sorry. Click on edit family. So right now I'm adding the same parameter for air terminal as well, and we'll fill the what we can say that one. So I'll click on family types right here. Click on new parameter. Go for shared parameter. Select serving room. Click on OK. Now all the parameters are same. I can go for the same group parameter group, and this time I'll go for type parameter. Click on OK. Now click on OK. Now load into the project. This is my project. Click on OK. Okay. So let's wait a couple of seconds now. So right now we are going for the Revit family, and inside the air terminal Revit family, we are adding the same parameter, but not as instance. This time we are adding as a type parameter. So let's see. Definitely we can add as an instance parameter. It's not like we cannot add. Definitely we can add that one. But I just wanted to show you that this parameter will be working for both type and instance. So when I'll select the air terminal, click on edit type, you'll be seeing the serving room parameter right here. And same goes with this one as well. We can create the schedules and we can create the tags as well for the air terminal as well, and it will be shown on the tags. And same thing goes for the schedules of air terminal as well. So I hope you get the idea about the shared parameters. Thanks a lot guys for watching this video. Let's meet in my next video.